Hello, my witchlets. As you can hear, it's 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. Get your crap together. Black Lives Matter. All right, tonight we're gonna do a dish that is as American as blowing things up on the 4th of July, and that's gonna be a Big Mac casserole. If you are doing a low carb or a ketogenic diet, this is appropriate for it. If you're doing a paleo diet, you'll have to make a couple of adjustments to deal with the cheese that's in it. If you are lactose intolerant, I'm sorry. So we're gonna go ahead and get things started here. I already have the oven preheating to 350 degrees, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna need 2 pounds of ground beef. I am using 2/3 of a 3-pound chub. This is 85/15. We're gonna drain it so you don't have to worry about that. You'll need 1/2 cup of onion diced. You're gonna use 2 ounces of regular cream cheese, some Worcestershire sauce, some garlic powder, salt, pepper, 4 eggs, dill relish, and you're gonna have to use some heavy cream and some cheddar for on the top. So it's gonna get louder and more intense as the evening goes on, as the video continues. I'm very sorry. There will be a PTSD trigger warning at the beginning of this video, so by the time you get to this point, you probably should have seen it. So, welcome to South LA. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this and just get everything reframed, because I really do actually wanna get this done as quickly as possible before the night sky becomes very bright and very loud outside. So let's go ahead and reframe. Okay, so we're back, and if you can hear, it's getting a little bit more intense. Our beef is almost done browning. You want to brown this for about 7 minutes, and then what you're going to do is you see there's a lot of grease in here. We're going to drain that in a little bit, but first, before we do, we're going to add the rest of what we need to add here. So we're going to add our 1/2 cup of diced onions. And we are then going to add a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And we're going to mix that around and basically cook all of this together for approximately 3 minutes. Make sure that everything is well combined in your pan. Once this is all together and combined and cooked through, what we're going to do is we're going to drain the beef using a strainer or a colander or something like that, just so that we can get most of the fat drained from the beef. And then we're going to come back after that happens, and we are going to do the next part, which is pretty quick, and then we get to put it all together and put it into the oven. Your oven needs to be at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and this will bake for, I believe, 20 to 25 minutes. And then there's a special sauce that you get to put on, and we're going to make that sauce in just a little bit and show you how to do it. So we'll be back. Oh, I almost forgot. I looked over. Before we come right back, you also need to have a tablespoon of Worcestershire added to this. I only have a 1/2 tablespoon measurer right now. So there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and stir that around, and then we'll be right back. All right, so we've drained our beef and we have it over medium-low heat, and what we're going to do at this point is we're going to add in our 2 ounces of cream cheese. No, really, we are. okay? Our 2 ounces of cream cheese. And get that melted and mixed into our ground beef. So that's going to take just a little bit of time to do, but you want to make sure that it's fully incorporated into the beef and you know, fully melted and all that stuff. Just imagine all those bangs and fireworks and angry incense would all be a lot louder if I actually had my door open. So it is very warm in this kitchen right now. But anyway, that is pretty much what we're doing. After this is all melted and incorporated in, we'll take this off the heat and we'll add 2 tablespoons of dill relish to this, and then it'll be time to assemble and get it into the oven, at which point then we will be able to regroup and work on the Big Mac sauce that goes on top once you are ready to eat it. So that's pretty much that. That's pretty much that. So I will come back when this is all ready to go and time to add the dill and then put it into the dish. You want an 11 by 7 baking dish for this, and you'll want to make sure that you grease it with non-stick stuff, oil, spray, whatever. Okay, so we're back, and what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 tablespoons of dill relish to this mixture and stir it to incorporate it into our beef, onions, and cream cheese. I'm just happy that they're only launching bottle rockets right now. They were doing M80s earlier. Mortars? Sounded like M80s.
They were doing both.
So then what you're going to do is you're going to put your mixture into your baking dish like thus and smooth this out as best as you are able. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, I'm a perfectionist. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take 4 eggs and crack them into a bowl. Hooray! See, they're lighting off fireworks for me because I'm making a huge mess. They're celebrating my klutziness. Okay, so you got your 4 eggs, and then you're going to take a 1/4 cup of heavy cream and mix that in. And then you're going to whisk these slightly vigorously to combine them. La la la. Okay, and then you need a teaspoon of salt. And another 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Whiskey. And then you're going to take this egg mixture that you have so lovingly whisked together, and you are going to pour it as evenly as possible over, so don't do it like me, but you're going to pour it over your beef mixture, and then you can just kind of try to settle it evenly if possible. I'm terrible at this, so we're going to go with that as our final solution. Then you take your 8 ounces of shredded cheddar and sprinkle it on the top. Okay. All the cheesy bits out. All right. So I'm gonna make that a little bit more even over the top. There we go. Then this goes into your preheated 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. And once I put it in the oven, we'll reframe things, come back, and we will make the Big Mac sauce. Alrighty, so before it gets crazier, let's do the sauce. So we have a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise in our measuring cup here. I've got 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard.
Because we ran out of tablespoons.
We ran out of tablespoons. 4 tablespoons, which is a 1/4 cup of the dill pickle relish, and then we'll be using a teaspoon each of paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and white wine vinegar. So let's do this thing, shall we? Everything just goes into your container. Didn't really think through the mustard portion of today's
entertainment. That last with a teaspoon.
So we'll do that in a minute. Oh, that's right, the onion powder is very hard. So we're gonna give that to cameraman Ken to stab away at.
Real life problems.
Yeah. And we're gonna do a teaspoon of garlic powder. That's great, it starts with an earthquake, birds, snakes, and aeroplanes, and Lenny Bruce is not afraid. Great Big Sea actually has a really cool cover of that. Okay, that's more than a teaspoon of paprika. So that's all you need is a teaspoon of paprika. Great Big Sea has a good cover of REM's End of the World as We Know It, and it's actually faster because they took it seriously when it said speed it up a notch.
And did 3.
And did 3, yes. All right, now we can save that one for the onion powder. See, this is the quality entertainment I know you guys come to my channel for. That's why I love you guys. Well, I love you guys for other reasons too. But that's a good one. All right. All right, and while cameraman Ken is working on the onion powder, you just, this is so scientific, you just stir it and make it kind of an orangey pink color. It looks a bit like Thousand Island dressing, but it does not taste at all like Thousand Island dressing. I don't like Thousand Island dressing, and I actually told cameraman Ken that I would make a batch of this just to keep in a squeezy bottle in the fridge to use on hamburgers or hot dogs or, you know, pancakes, anything really. This sauce is really, really good. So as soon as I have the onion powder, I can add that and we'll mix it together. And that's all you do, is you just mix everything together and it's done. When the casserole is ready to come out of the oven, we'll come back, we'll show you how to apply it to the top of your casserole, and then we're gonna eat dinner and hope we don't explode. All right, so the explosions have calmed down a bit, which is unusual because...
You're good.
Okay, that was confusing, because usually by this point in the evening on July 4th, the sky is a brilliant shade of every color, and it's really loud. Raccoons tend to come out during this time because the humans are not paying attention, which means they can steal things. Do you remember that, cameraman Ken?
Oh, truth, truth, truth.
So,
hate raccoons.
If If you want to know that story, you're just gonna have to leave a comment and I'll tell you in the comments. All right, so we have our sauce, we have our casserole. I let the casserole rest for about 5-ish minutes or so because it's very bubbly with grease from the beef and the cheese and all of the fats that are in it, and you want to let that settle down a bit so that it's not so, I don't know, liquidy. So then what you're going to do is you're going to drizzle the sauce, which drizzles oh so well when I do it because I am tray fancy here with my measuring cup. Yep. So you're gonna just glop it in lines across your casserole, apparently. The picture that is on the website for where I got this from, it's so pretty and everything, you know what, whatever. It's so pretty, so fancy. We're not fancy here. I think I say that like every video. I'm not fancy. I'm really not fancy. I mean, it would be different if I actually had it in the squeezy bottle that I wanted to put it into. But anyway, so what I do, obviously, is glop it on top. And then I try to smooth it out so that it's a fairly even coating of it so that you get all of the flavors with everything. So this is a 10 serving casserole. You can add some shredded lettuce if you want. You can add some tomato if you want. You can like break it up, use it as a salad. Whatever you want to do is fine. This is how I serve it. I serve it as a casserole with a lovely coating of delicious sauce. So there you have it. Not too bad, I can handle that. So there you have it. It's a Big Mac casserole. Honestly, the sauce makes this. The sauce is really the key ingredient in this casserole. That and I think the Worcestershire, because when you bite into it, like the burger itself tastes like a McDonald's burger, only a little bit more flavorful. But this entire thing, seriously, add some shredded lettuce, add some tomato, it tastes like a Big Mac. It is amazing. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't, smash that dislike button, as Simon Whistler would say. So thank you guys for watching. Do leave comments for me. Like I said, if you want to know my raccoon stories, go ahead and leave a comment and I will gladly tell you raccoon stories from living in this area. Happy 4th of July! Hopefully LA is still here in the morning.